Rob, just looking ahead to this weekend and back to Premiership business and a real top-class fixture to come into.
Yeah, obviously we're very excited with Harlequins. They're one of the most established teams and well-known teams in the Premiership. Obviously, the fact that it's a second versus third clash is fantastic, and I think that makes it very exciting and an even more important game than Norway would do. But I think the most important thing for us to remember is it's a home game at Sandy Park, and if we want to have a successful season, we have to perform well at home, and we have to build the backbone and the foundation of our season by the results we get here. And I think that's something we'll talk about over the next couple of days in the build-up to the game, is making sure that we understand how important this fixture is. Yes, because it's Harlequins, but also because it's at home, and we've got a good home record here, and we want to make sure that continues.
You talked about seeing a response from your boys last week, and you saw that. Even then, there were still bits that you want to work on and want to take into this game, because you know Quins will offer a different threat to what Bordeaux did. Yeah,
I mean, I think, to be fair, the amount of changes we made on a short training week after the disappointment of the Ospreys game, I thought that was a top quality performance by a lot of players. Really, really pleased, as I said, by the players who came in, who've had limited opportunities so far. And I think that kind of shows you what you have to be able to produce as a club. You know, we thought it was right to freshen things up a bit and make some changes. Everyone responded very well during the week. We bounced back from what was a fair bit of disappointment against Ospreys to perform well. We weren't perfect, everyone knows that. We conceded too many points, we know that. But overall, you know, it was the kind of performance that demanded the win, and that's what you have to be able to do at home. You have to demand the win.
First 4 weeks of the Premiership, you took a lot of positives from that. Is it a case now of just building on what you saw in that opening month?
Yes, a little bit. I think that's how you try and build a season, isn't it? You build bit by bit, and if you make a mistake in one area, you add to it the next week, and you just look to have consistency and general improvement, and you hope that your new players at the club, as they settle in, they start to improve, and that's something we normally see. We normally see guys who've been here a little while start to settle in and get a little better. We still like to think most of our young players here are still got a fair bit of development left in them. So I think that's what we'll aim for over the course of the season. Some individual development from important players, and as a team we'll want to be hitting our straps in about 10 or 15 weeks' time.
Harlequins over the summer recruited very strongly, bringing in a lot of experience. They're a different side to what you faced 12 months ago with that greater nous up front, and you always know about their attacking threat. Yeah,
and I think, as I just kind of said, I think they're one of the sides who have used the extended pre-season really well. They've developed and improved areas of their game. They've added some stuff, and they've worked hard with the players they've brought in, and they look very good. I think, you know, if anything, they look one of those kind of most, in some ways, one of the most changed teams, but they've also kept, you know, some of their DNA about how they want Harlequins to play, and that makes them, as you say, an interesting threat, a tougher team probably to play against than last year, and then they would like to think so as well. So that's no disrespect to them, and it's going to be a great challenge. You know, as I say, you know, it's not a second versus third game because we're both playing badly. It's a second versus third game because we've both shown some good form so far. We've got similar records. You know, won 3 out of the 4. We managed to bang in a couple of extra bonus points. Otherwise, you know, it would be even tighter. So, as I say, you know, I would like to think that the driving force for us is that you're at home here, and we have a real emotional drive to make sure that this place is a very important place for us to play a game of rugby. You know, and I'd like to think those are the qualities we show. We show our supporters and we show the Harlequins team that, you know, we mean business when we're here.
You talk about their DNA, but the Chiefs' DNA has changed. In itself in a year as well, isn't it? You're a much different animal to what they would have faced last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'd like to think we're an improving side. You know, we've got some new additions to the squad who've settled in really well. I think overall, it's going to be a very interesting game. You know, and I think it'll be great for the supporters to watch, because we'll both be a little bit edgy. We'll both be seeing who kind of can come out and control the game. Obviously, we've got to work very hard to make sure that's us. Harlequins will come here to work very hard to make the game about Harlequins, and that's what makes Premiership games so exciting.